It was a grey winter afternoon when Clara, a 27-year-old woman, walked through the city streets with an empty gaze and empty pockets. Her shoes were so worn out they barely protected her feet from the cold, damp ground. She clutched a plastic bag containing a few leftover pieces of bread she had received from the neighborhood bakery. For Clara, life was an endless series of hardships. Since she could remember, scarcity was all she knew. Clara lived in a small shack on the outskirts of the city, where the cold wind seeped through the cracks in the makeshift wooden walls. That's where she spent her nights, lying on a thin mattress, staring at the ceiling and wondering why life seemed so cruel to her. But on that particular night, something changed. As the wind howled outside, Clara picked up an old notebook and began to write. I have a cozy home, full of warmth and love. I have beautiful, comfortable clothes. I have food on the table every day. I am happy and grateful for all of this, she wrote. When she finished, Clara looked at the words and chuckled quietly. Who am I kidding? She thought. Yet, she kept writing. In the following days, Clara began dedicating a few minutes to repeating those words out loud. She didn't know exactly why, but it made her feel slightly better. During her walks around the city, she started imagining what her life would be like if those words were true. She visualized the house of her dreams, smelled the aroma of fresh food on the table, and even imagined wearing new and beautiful clothes. For the first time in a long time, she began to dream, but reality didn't change as quickly as Clara wished. One morning, she was evicted from her shack because she couldn't pay the rent. With nowhere to go, she sat in a park and cried. She felt defeated, yet something inside her said, "Get up. Life only changes for those who believe it can." Clara wiped her tears and decided to ask for work anywhere she could. After many rejections, she found an elderly woman who needed help cleaning her house. The work was simple, but the money barely covered her food. Still, Clara put her heart into it. Every night she continued writing in her notebook, "I'm a prosperous woman. My life is improving every single day." Months later, while working for the elderly woman, Clara overheard a conversation about a free entrepreneurship course offered by the city council. Despite her shyness, she decided to attend. There, she learned something that changed her perspective. She could turn her skills into opportunities. Clara began making small handcrafted items using recycled materials she found on the streets. At first, sales were scarce, but Clara had something no one could take from her: determination and a clear vision of where she wanted to go. Every time a customer complimented her work, Clara felt she was on the right path. She started reinvesting the little money she earned into improving her products, and slowly her customer base grew. Over time, Clara managed to rent a small booth in a popular market to display her creations. Her business grew steadily, but just when things seemed to stabilize, a fire destroyed the market where she worked. Clara lost everything. Despair knocked on her door again, but instead of giving up, she opened her notebook and reread everything she had written. I am resilient. Every challenge makes me stronger and brings me closer to the life I desire. With the help of friends she had made along the way, Clara started over once again. She launched a social media campaign to promote her work, and her story of perseverance touched many hearts. Within a few months, her sales soared. Clara began receiving orders from all over the country. Years later, Clara was no longer the woman walking the streets in worn-out shoes. She was now the owner of a well-known brand, celebrated for its creativity and sustainability. She lived in a comfortable home, had beautiful clothes, and plenty of food. But most importantly, she knew that all of it was the result of her changed mindset. True wealth begins in the mind, Clara would say. She now shared her story with others, inspiring them to believe in the power of their dreams and never to give up, even in the face of the greatest challenges. And so Clara became a living example that with determination and a clear vision, it's possible to turn even the worst circumstances into an extraordinary life. Thank you for watching this story of resilience and transformation on Personal Stories of Overcoming Challenges. If this story inspired you or reminded you of someone, Donu 2019T, forget to give it a like, share it with those who might connect with it, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to us. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next inspiring story. Until next time, stay strong and keep believing in the power of change. See you soon.